Right, this is a really quickie, or I hope it's going to be a quick one. Man's just popped out and Taylor's upstairs in his room, still not well but getting there. So I am here to hopefully quickly get these finished. Yeah, they just started out as embellishments, but now I decided I'm going to turn them into altered paper clips, which is really simple because the main bit's already done. So now we need some paper clips, preferably ones that aren't bent from previous usage. How many have we got? Let's get rid of those. So we've got 5 altogether, haven't we? 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is a fairly simple process basically. All we're going to do is glue some card onto the back, or we will when I find some. What have I done with them? Where have I... there. Let's see, where have I put them? Here. So these are just scrap pieces of card. It doesn't really matter because they're just going to be glued on the back. But yeah, so we're basically now just going to cut this down. Roughly. Can't you tell I am not at all prepared for this? So, yep, somewhere around there. Oh, actually just up because I forgot about that bit. So somewhere around there, and I'm going to get my little trimmer out for this. Actually, no, I'm not. I have my trimmer here right next to me, but sometimes it gets piled up with other stuff, so it's awkward to get to, but it seems how it's just right there. Let's get it used. There we go. Yep, that's fine. I'm just going to cut that little bit off there as well. You guys can't see, that's just out of frame. Okay. So that's it. Just basically enough to glue on the back without it showing. And then, excuse the plaster, word of advice guys, these scissors really hurt when you use the end of them to nip your finger with. I was fussy cutting yesterday and I was fussy cutting yesterday, and as I usually do, I hold things like this sometimes, and as I was cutting around like that, I went snip right through the end of my finger, and oh my gosh, it hurts so freaking much. Lesson learned, I need to stop holding things like that when I'm cutting. But yeah, I'll just straighten that up a little bit. There we go. So basically, paperclip on there. Whichever way you prefer. I see a lot of people using the smaller side of the paper clip on the outside. I prefer to use the larger part. And then this bit is just so simple. Like I said, put your paper clip on your scrap piece of card, or card's better. Scrap piece of card. Decide which side of the paper clip you want on the outside, and then glue the other bit. Glue around the paper clip. I'm using Fabri-Tac. No, I'm not using Fabri-Tac at all. I'm using art glitter glue, but Fabri-Tac will work. Any glue that's going to be strong enough to withstand being used quite regular, because of course these are now going to be paperclip embellishments. And then just glue to the back, and if you have a bone folder, just use it to burnish that down really good. Let's get rid of the plaster because it ain't doing any good right now. Yeah, I got a boo-boo guys, and it blooming hurts, and it's bruised round it too, so my finger's just sore all over. And there you go. It hasn't altered the front of the paperclip, well, the front of the embellishment, but now it's a handy dandy little paperclip, which is awesome to use as a page embellishment, which is what it was going to be for anyway. So let's just cut this down to size, get a few more out of this. They don't even need to be really wide either, just wide enough to put your paperclip through. And around there. Yep. I'm rushing without rushing. Taylor knows I'm videoing, so there's no problems there. Unless he needs me. Because like I said, he's not very well at the moment. So he knows unless he needs me to don't make as much noise. He's playing games upstairs online. And he has a tendency to scream and shout when he loses. But yeah, so he knows I'm videoing, so he's said he's going to keep quiet kind of thing. I've told him I'll let him know when I'm done. But I'm kind of rushing now before hubby comes back. It disturbs me. I don't like filming when there's people around. Unless I'm knocking the sound off and I'm not fussed, obviously. But speaking videos. Right, so we've got them all done. Let's have the paper clips on. I really hope I'm in focus. I'm in frame. Yep, I've checked that a couple of times. I just really hope I'm in focus throughout. But you get the gist. So this is kind of a follow-on from the other video, but also, I suppose, really, a little, like a mini tutorial as well. Oh, that's awesome. That can be my March. Actually, no, that can be my February's, even though we're in March. It is now the 2nd of March. This won't be aired on the 2nd of March, but it is now the 2nd of March, but I'm going to call this February's tutorial, because, you know, it doesn't matter about them being late. But yeah, I didn't get anything done last month. I didn't get my design team projects finished or anything, and this month in March, I've actually opted out of both design teams, not design team, but projects for March, and just taking some time off, because after the organising and rearranging last month, I'm still exhausted, and then just about getting over all that, and then Taylor's poorly, so obviously not what we wanted, and I'm not feeling too plumb myself today either, so I'm guessing whatever he has, I'll end up with. So at the moment, well, he's spent, like I said, today is Monday, he's not at school. He woke up Friday, just gone, with a temperature of 102.8, I think it were, whatever, it were high. No other symptoms really, other than a high temperature and feeling rubbish, obviously. And then we've fought all weekend to try and keep it down, and we've been losing. It's been a losing battle. It's been horrendous. So, and the only symptom as such that he's had, other than the temperature, has been stomachache, but nothing else. No sickness, no running to the toilet or anything like that. Just general feeling like rubbish. Yeah, poor guy. So he's kind of quarantined himself upstairs, out of the way most of the time, but that's where he needed to be anyway, in bed and in his room, games room, because obviously you don't always want to be stuck in bed, but he didn't want to be down here either. So yeah, and then bless him, this morning his temperature was still high. I'd already told him last night you're not going to school tomorrow, I'll phone the doctors in the morning and get some advice and see what we need to do, see if we need to take you in or if there's anything he can suggest. But yeah, so he woke up this morning, took his temperature just before we were getting ready to phone school to let him know he wasn't going in, and the doctor for advice. His temperature was dead on 100 Fahrenheit. And then from the time it took me to take his temperature and walk downstairs, grab my phone, I was just about to call school, and he suddenly shouted, "Uh-oh." Yeah. Hubby went upstairs to see what he was shouting about, and yeah, he now has, it's definite, he now has some sort of a stomach upset, stomach bug. So at least we know, although it's not nice, we're like, oh, finally, thank you, you know. He's like, I'm sorry, it's alright, it can't be helped. And all the time we're like, yes, at least now we know what we're dealing with. Poor guy, he's not well at all, and we're like, yay. So, because now we know what it is, we can deal with it properly. Instead of just ploughing in with ibuprofen to try and keep the temperature down, we now know there's other options. So, but yeah. So, there you go. We are dealing with some kind of a stomach gastro bug. So, happy days, not. Which will invariably work its way around us all. Like I said, I'm not feeling too plumb today either, so no doubt I'll end up with it. And then, highly likely, third man will end up with it, because he's quite high risk anyway with the health issues he has. So yeah, we've no grandbabies this week, because we were due to have grandbaby number 3 tomorrow, but third man's already messaged him mummy and said, sorry, we're going to have to cancel, because obviously we don't want her getting this. She's only 18-month-old, so, you know, definitely don't want her getting it. Won't be having grandbaby number 4 on Wednesday either, just for the same reasons, and no doubt I'll be ill before then. So there we go, we are a house of bugs again. Happy days. But yes, in the meantime, I'm sure you really wanted to tune in to hear all about this. But in the meantime, there we go guys, there is my tutorial for February, even though it's late, and the follow on to these videos, the follow on to my last video. But as you can see, they are now cool altered paper clips. So there you go. That is it guys, it's as simple as, so you just make whatever embellishment you want, and then you just stick some card on the back with the paper clip attached to the card, and then just glue the card onto the back, and then there you go. That just paper clips on. Simple as. How cool is that? Let's get a photo for the thumbnail or something. There you go. But yeah, so there we go guys. Job's a good one, all done. So yeah. All done. I'm lost now, so I'm gonna go. But yeah, so there we go. And these are ARTYmaze, Andrea over at ARTYmaze's designs kit. It's not a kit actually, they were actually freebies from her group. Although I believe they're actually they're free on her website blog as well. The links are below in the description box, so go and check them out. But yeah, so aren't they cool guys? Just banners and butterflies as you saw in the last video, and now turned into altered paper clips. So there you go guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.